While in our local area, the Imperial County Public Health Department issued an amended health order that changes isolation orders for those who have tested positive from the coronavirus. Alexandra Rangel joins us from Imperial County with what this means for the entire county.
The Imperial County Public Health Department says the new amended order is in line with what the Centers for Disease Control is recommending. New data from the CDC suggests that symptoms and the time frame from when you first tested is the best gauge to determine if someone is still contagious and needs to be isolated.
We now know that people, particularly the ones that are seriously ill, that even though they recover from the virus and they no longer shed it, the viral RNA, which is what the PCR test detects, can still be there for months. And so it leads to confusion. So now that they actually have data that show that those people actually do not grow virus and therefore are not contagious, they've made these new recommendations.
The amended order states that a person who has tested positive does not have to isolate if at least 10 days have passed since they first tested positive, and if at least 24 hours have passed since they last had a fever without any fever-reducing medications.
They are no longer considered to be contagious, and that means that they can go to work, they can be around others because they're not at risk of transmitting to someone else.
The amended order also states that employees no longer have to provide a negative test result to go back to work after testing positive. Monday says that each employer can determine their own requirements needed to return to work.
We don't determine what individual private workplaces require for someone to return to work.
The health order also says you no longer need follow-up testing to see if you are still positive, reducing the number of people getting tested and alleviating some of the bottleneck in booking appointments and getting coronavirus test results. The CDC recommends that critically ill people isolate for 20 days since their symptoms first started. Reporting in Imperial County, Alexandra Rangel.